The COBIT 5 Foundation Certificate, Module 3, COBIT 5 Enablers. Lesson 7, People, Skills, and Competencies. Welcome to Module 3, Lesson 7, where you'll learn about the People, Skills, and Competencies Enabler. In this lesson, we'll study good practices and identifying skill categories. The figure on the screen shows the enabler model applied to the People, Skills, and Competencies enabler. You can see that this enabler has specific guidance for the goals and good practices dimensions. We'll cover both of these in the rest of the lesson. The first topic we'll look at is the Goals enabler dimension. Goals is the intrinsic quality category related to ensuring that members of the enterprise have the skills and competencies to carry out the defined process activities. Measurable aspects of this include education. The level of education needed is determined by the role. Minimum levels of formal education are often defined for some roles. Qualifications. Some roles require specific qualifications, which may be defined by law or by regulatory bodies. Technical skills. Some roles require specific technical skills which can be evidenced by third-party qualifications, such as those offered by many hardware and software vendors. Contextual quality goals include experience levels and knowledge, particularly of the specifics of the enterprise, its business, services, infrastructure, processes, and people. Evaluating these is usually by means of a formal assessment involving face-to-face interviews or peer group review. Behavior skills. Do the staff exhibit the appropriate behaviors? Are they service-focused? Do they embrace the enterprise ethics and culture? Goals for people. The enterprise must ensure not only that it has people with the right skills, but also that it has enough of them. So there are also goals related to staff availability and turnover rate. Now we'll look at some good practices for this enabler. Now, in order for an enterprise to ensure that it has the right skills, it must first define what skills it needs. Although this seems obvious, have all the enterprises that you have experience of actually done it? Probably not, or at least not in a formal, systematic way. Good practice includes defining objective skill requirements for each role. This should be done alongside the design of the processes. These skills are required to execute process activities, remember. There are two concepts which are useful for defining and documenting skills requirements. First, skill categories. For example, business analysis, application development, project management, network management. The enterprise should define the specific skills, education, and qualifications required for each category. And second, skill levels. You know from your experience that some tasks within any skill category can be performed by someone with fairly basic skills and who might be relatively inexperienced. Other tasks require the deep technical knowledge that comes with experience. So within each skill category, the enterprise should define a range of skill levels that match the range of tasks that have to be performed. Each level should include a description of the required skills. You can see that the resulting skills matrix can be used in conjunction with a skills audit of the staff to identify any gaps in skills or competencies. These can be filled by training or recruitment. There are external sources of good practice, such as the Skills Framework for the Information Age, SFIA, which provides comprehensive skill definitions. Examples of possible skill categories for processes in the deliver, service, and support domain are availability management, problem management, service desk and incident management, security administration, IT operations, and database administration. You will find examples for the other domains in the COBIT 5 framework document. Let's do an exercise to explore how these ideas might be used. Aim to spend 20 minutes on this exercise, and don't forget to check out your study guide for our ideas. In Module 3, Lesson 2, you learned about Process Activity BAI 06.01, Evaluate, Prioritize, and Authorize Change Requests. A skills category relevant to this activity might be Manage Changes. Describe the different skill levels that might be defined for this category. That completes this lesson on the People, Skills, and Competencies Enabler. You learned about good practices and skill categories and levels. Before we complete this lesson, here's a quick quiz to test what you've learned. At the end of the quiz, you'll receive your result and can try the questions again if you would like to. You've also completed this module, where you have learned about the COBIT 5 enablers. The next module is Module 4, where you will learn about implementing COBIT 5.